Sharita, do you want a part two DVD and poster, or do you already have it?
I think I already have. I
Okay.
think you sent me one. I
Okay.
haven't watched it, but
Well, that's
I think
okay. There's this one that's part one, and then there's
okay,
this
that's
one
what I
that's part
have.
two.
I have part one.
Now, if you don't want it, I mean, I'm not trying to force it on you. I just have this stuff. And
And
I
it plays only in the DVD player.
or on your computer if you have one of those. My computer doesn't have a DVD. Um,
Mine doesn't either. I don't have a DVD player right now. That's why I have not actually watched the first one yet. But
gotcha. Well,
when
you
I get
just
that
let me
hooked up,
know. Here's the
when I get it,
poster.
oh yeah, I can watch the poster.
Okay. Um, okay, there you go. All right. Well, it's not doing anybody any good sitting in my closet. So I try to remember every now and again to offer it up. I think I told y'all last week that um, Dr. Lamb's music is on Spotify if you use Spotify. I'm
Yeah.
starting to have like between last week recovering from Tallahassee trip and this week recovering from time change and the up to the full moon. I feel like my brain doesn't know what's right or left. But anyway, Dr. Lamb's music is on Spotify. If you have Spotify, if you don't, I'm not sure if there's an ad version of Spotify, but I'm so happy that it's there. So let's go through our warm-ups. Of course, we always do our warm-ups each time we get started with Tai Chi. We don't want to skip those warm-ups.
Did you spotlight it?
Oh, thank you. I can always rely on you. Thank you so much because I pinned it and then I have to change it. All right, there we go. I am a spotlight. Here we go, warming up this body, getting ready for the day. I don't think that, well, Sharita, you're on the trail of the peaches to beaches, isn't
Oh God.
yeah. So
Yes.
this is Peaches to Beaches weekend and all the way down 341. I don't know exactly where it starts. I think it goes all the way past Perry, but it
It
goes all the way to St. Simon's, Jeff,
yes.
Brunswick, whatever's at the end. So traffic is insane in Baxley today, and you know what that happens is people like rubbernecking, looking to see what they're missing out on, and then accidents happen, and you got people
Yes.
crossing the road and not pedestrian crossing, and it's just a nerve-wracking time to be in town. So I'm glad to be in here for Tai Chi. All right, let's start with our neck. Our stable stance, checking my posture, and I've really started doing this. I talked about the string that pulls up to the ceiling and down to the floor, but I've started pulling that string right here, straightening that spine, stretching that spine, rather than trying to make everything so big. I feel like I had gotten in this habit of making everything bigger as I journeyed through Tai Chi. So I'm trying to make things smaller again. Um, it's just something naturally that happened in my journey with gentle resistance. I think I got more focused on the resistance, and now I'm going and focusing on gentle. So Tai Chi, there's no perfect Tai Chi. It's just a journey through the movements, and I'm here for it. Neck exercise. Following that hand towards the shoulder, going side to side. I love neck mobility. These stretches are nice. Roll our shoulders. Oh, smooth and gentle. We know continuous, but these are the words I'm choosing to remind myself to stay gentle. To our ball. And if you're able to press up and down here, or if you need to keep it small, then pull in that area like you have a string. If you have shoulder limitations, that's a modification that you can still stretch your spine. No, I've told y'all before that when I very first started teaching Tai Chi, it was at a senior center, and we only did the warm-ups for 12 weeks. I did teach them open and close, and I taught them the parts of the waving hands and clouds at the very end. But our biggest focus was just the warm-up moves. But like I've said, you use the principles even in the warm-up moves, and those benefits happen. I love learning more, but I don't ever want to discount just these simple moves through each of our major joints. And y'all have been doing Tai Chi long enough to recognize these movements in other movements in our Tai Chi series. Like this one definitely is that waving hands and clouds movement. All right, for our hips. Checking tension in my shoulder. Make sure I'm not holding it there. Make sure I'm breathing. have my Dr. Lamb music playing. I'm now that it's on my phone, I don't have to drag a CD player around. I've been playing it during class, and it really sets a mood, and I hate that y'all can't hear it. But one of those things I have to let go because I don't have control over Zoom. Sing our empty steps before we weight shift to the side and to the front and back. Those loose fists. Ankles, heel toe. Move my ankles, or my foot, stretching those ankles, using those muscles, just giving that joint such appreciation for how it helps me stay upright. Their strength is so important when I lose my balance. And then big toe, little toe, side to side. Give ourselves a soft shake, and we are ready to practice our part two. So we know part two begins with a movement we're very familiar with, and that is brush knee. And in our advanced six, we brush knee to the left. I'm mirror imaging y'all. And in part two, we brush knee to the right. I'm sitting there hesitating because I'm like, wait a minute. I don't do mirror image when I do part two, right? Because we do all that spinning around. Is that right?
Jennifer, can you turn the volume up a little bit? Mine, I gotta how it goes.
Say that again. You want me
The
to turn
volume.
your volume up?
I mean, can you turn? I guess one of ours, I got mine as far as it goes, but I still, now maybe that's better.
You want me to be a louder mouth?
Yeah.
I was hesitating. I'm like, wait, it's been a while since we've done part two, but I don't. Do you want me to turn around and do part two from starting from the back, or do you want me to face you and do mirror image, or face you and not do mirror image? Which is the most helpful? Because I say this because in part 2, we do that 360-degree move of repulse the monkey. So whenever we go, all right, so our first repulse the monkey is here, and we go to what I call the back, and then we come back all the way to the front, and then we go to the left. That was just facing you doing, regular, not mirror image. Facing you, not mirror image. But if I turn around and do, obviously not mirror image, then I end up here, and I do that 360-degree move, repulse the monkey, and I go here, and you're my back, and then this wall is my front, and then that is my left. I want to try to be the least amount of confusion, and I don't want to start one way and then get all messed up when we start going in that circle. So what do you think will work best? Do you have a preference, or you want me to just go with something?
It might be more non-confusing if you do it from the back,
So turn
so
around.
that we'll know the right directions to go into.
Okay. So if I turn around, y'all are following me just like normal.
Right.
Okay. So very good. Thank you. Got it. So whenever we start our part 2, we brush knee to the right. And so, of course, brush knee starts after the open close, the end of our part 1. Brush knee, we shift right, turn that left toe in and lay our hands out. Shift left, bring that right leg back, step right, come around with that left hand, shift as I push, follow step. And so that's our brush knee. Now, something I'm really exploring is, and we talk about weight shift and hand movement. So whenever we do commencement, our hands come down, our weight comes down. And when our weight goes forward, our hands go out. So there are those opportunities to match weight shift and hand movement. And something I'm really starting to explore is doing brush knee and thinking about weight shift at the same time that I lay my hand forward. And so that's been a neat experience this past week. Normally I would say shift, right toe in here, like that happens at the same time. But what I've started practicing is shift, right toe in, and then when I shift to this foot, then that's the time that I'm putting that hand out there. And so that's starting to feel really nice to shift weight and lay my hand out. So I'm not going to say either one is the most right. It's just a different experience with the movement. But if you see that difference or hear me say it in a different way, that's kind of what I'm trying to explore with that movement of brush knee. So shift left, right toe in, shift as I put my hands out there. I'm going the wrong way. I'm not in advanced 6. I'm in part 2. Sorry about that. Okay. Shift right, left toe in, shift and lay hands. Bring that right foot, right hand back, step right. Come around with this left hand, shift as I push, and follow step. Another thing I'm exploring is not coming way back here and then pushing. Remember I said gentle. I'm trying to be more gentle with my movements and get away from, I was caught up in resistance and just trying to really go for the fight. And so what was happening, I was coming back here and pushing, and that's too much. So whenever I come, I can just softly turn right beside me. And that takes that resistance away, and it takes this tension off of my shoulder, which is a good thing. So that's why I go to training every 2 years, is to kind of be reminded of things that I got away from. And I had been so into the resistance that I was trying to do too much. And I'm trying to soften and be more gentle. So that's 2 things. Shift right, left toe in. Shift as I lay that hand out there. Bring that right hand back. Step right. Turn this left hand. Now shift as I push and follow step. So I know that that's not a new movement, but it is in our part 2, and it was a great opportunity to share something new that I'm giving a go with. Now we're into leisurely tie the coat. All right, so we've ended here. Where's our weight? Our weight is on this right foot because we just follow step left. That follow step foot, it doesn't get weight because it's the next step. And whenever we step back left, this left hand comes down to the hip at the same time. So those 2 movements are connected. So of course, when I step back, it's an empty step. All the steps that we take are empty before we give it weight. What happens with our right hand is we do like a karate chop. So it's left hand comes to our hip, right hand karate chops. So it looks like this. The end of brush knee, step back left, karate chop right. Now I'm ready to give the weight to that left foot. And I give the weight to the left foot as I bring my right hand towards my belly button. When it gets to my belly button, I follow step right, and I take these 3 fingers of my left hand and I place it on my wrist. All right. So at the end of brush knee, step back left, karate chop right. Shift left as I bring that right hand towards my belly button. Follow step right, 3 fingers. All right, again, end of brush knee. Step back left, karate chop right. Shift left as that right hand comes here. Follow step right, 3 fingers. Again, end of brush knee. Leisurely tie the coat. Step back left, karate chop right. Shift, follow step, 3 fingers. All while remaining upright. End of brush knee. Leisurely tie the coat. All right, so where's our weight? On our left leg. We just follow step right. 3 fingers are on our wrist, and we're going to what I call zip it up. So our hands look just like this, down at my belly button's not that low. My fupa. Sorry. Right down there. Bring it up. Now, when you bring it up, make sure you don't pick up any tension on your shoulders. Bring it up. So it's not up. Keep those shoulders relaxed. Bring that hand up. Softly bring it up. And you stop. You don't come up and cover your face. You stop about right here, about at your chest. All right, from the top again. Brush knee, at the end of brush knee. Leisurely tie the coat. Step back left, karate chop right. Shift left and follow step right. Zip it up. Now we're ready to do something, right? Okay, so this right foot is ready to step. So we're going to step right, and we will shift as we put that hand out and follow step left. So there is weight shift with hand movement. I think my kids should pay me $1 for every time they call me during class. $5, $20. I'm in class. Okay. Here. So step weight shift with the extension of that hand. We're not going to lean. We're going to stay upright. It's our hand that extends. It's not our bodies. It's our hand. Even though we're shifting weight, our hand extends. And just like we know with open joints, we keep a soft bend. So we don't rock it out there like that. Softly come out, just like you're offering this pie. Okay. Into brush knee. So this is a very dynamic move. There's a lot of pieces and parts to it. All right. Leisurely tie the coat. Step back left, karate chop right. Shift left as I come here. Follow step 3 fingers. Zip it up. Step right. Shift right and offer. Follow step left. Right? Into brush knee. Leisurely tie the coat. Step back, karate chop right. Shift. Follow step 3 fingers. Zip it up. Step right. Shift and offer. Follow step left. Again, the end of brush knee. Leisurely tie the coat. Step back, karate chop. Shift. Follow step 3 fingers. Zip it up. Step. Shift and offer. Follow step. All right. Again, no talking. End of brush knee. Leisurely tie the coat. How's that going? Good? We're breaking it down.
Slow, but the more I do it,
Okay. So easy.
it's going slow though.
It is a very complicated move. We're doing all kinds of things. Karate chopping and zipping coats and offering pies. And now we're getting ready to come around and throw a pie in somebody's face. Like that, we're doing all of that in one move. So it does take a while to get good at this move. But we do it 4 times in part 2. So we will get practice. We'll do it 2 times this way and 2 times the other way. Into brush knee. Leisurely tie the coat. Step back, karate chop. Shift. Follow step 3 fingers. Zip it up. Step. Shift and offer. Follow step. All right, now we're ready to step back left, shift left. And whenever I step back and shift, my hands stay in the same place. When I shifted that weight to that left foot, my right toe popped up. So there's no weight on my right foot, but my toe popped up. And I'm going to bring this pie around. That probably was a little big because I'm trying to be small here. Bring it around. So I'm going to come back. And then here I'm going to turn and my 3 fingers go to the back of my wrist. When I come and back and turn my hand, my toe follows that movement as if there were a string on my middle finger to my toe. So that string pulls that hand and that foot together. So here. All right, from the top again. Brush knee. Leisurely tie the coat. Step back left. Karate chop right. Shift. Follow step 3 fingers. Zip it up. Step right, shift and offer, follow step left. Step back left, shift, my right toe popped up. Now I'm going to bring this pie around, turn it. My 3 fingers are now on the back of my wrist. Now I'm going to shift right as I deliver that pie, follow step left. Then I'm going to the front while I keep my pie out there. I've delivered the pie. All right, from the end of brush knee. Leisurely tie the coat. Step back left, karate chop right. Shift. Follow step 3 fingers. Zip it up. Step right, shift and offer. Follow step left. Step back left, shift, right toe pops up. Bring that pie around. 3 fingers are now on the back of my wrist or hand. Now I shift right as I deliver that pie. Follow step left. Now to the front. Step left, shift, and right. Adjust weight and open, close. So when I say adjust weight, that means I give weight to now both of my legs. It's no longer just on that one leg. All right, again, into brush knee, leisurely tie the coat. Step back left, karate chop right. Shift left, follow step 3 fingers. Zip it up. Step right, shift and offer, follow step left. Step back left, shift, the right toe pops up. I bring my pie around, shift as I deliver that pie, and follow step left. Now to the front. Step, shift, and step, adjust weight, and open, close. I realized there was something I forgot to say. This part, when we bring that pie around, watch it here. So I follow it with my head. All right, let's do the full out brush knee and leisurely tie the coat, open and close. All right. Brush knee. Leisurely tie the coat. Step back, karate chop. Shift. Follow step 3 fingers. Zip it up. Step. Shift and offer. Follow step. Step back, shift. Bring that pie around. Shift as I deliver it. Follow step left to the front. Step, shift, and step. Hands face, open, close. Again, brush knee. Leisurely tie the coat. Step back, karate chop. Shift. Follow step 3 fingers. Zip it up. Step. Shift and offer. Oops. Follow step. Step back. Shift. Bring that pie around. Shift as I deliver. Follow step to the front. Open, close. Again, brush knee. Leisurely tie the coat. Open, close, close it out. Getting better? It's a lot. It's a difficult move. It is. That's just why it takes so much practice in getting that move and breaking it down. I'll talk you through it again. Brush knee, shift right, left toe in, shift left, reach out, separate, step, bring the left around, shift as I push, follow step left, leisurely tie the coat, step back left, karate chop right, shift, follow step 3 fingers, zip it up, step, shift and offer, follow step, step back, shift, bring this around, shift as I deliver, follow step to the front, step, shift and step, hands face, open, close. All right, one more time and then we're going to do our step back single whip. And the reason why is doing this over and over, yes, it gets our legs tired and our brains tired, and step back single whip is fairly easy. And we want to end on a really good, feel good note, right? So here we go. From the top, brush knee, shift, right, or left toe in, reach, here, step, bring it around and push as I shift, follow step. Leisurely tie the coat, step back left, karate chop right, shift, follow step 3 fingers, zip it up, step right, shift as I offer, follow step, step back, shift, bring it around, shift as I deliver, follow step to the front, step, shift and step, hands face, open, close. Step back, single whip. So we know when we do step out or step forward single whip, that when we separate our hands, the rule is our eyes and head follow the hand opposite of the foot that steps. So same rule applies with the step back single whip, and it looks like this. So coming from open and close, we shift right, step back, left. Now push our hands out, turn them away, and separate. Our eyes follow that right hand, opposite of the foot that stepped back, or that just stepped, because in our part 1, where we do the regular single whip, the step front single whip, that's the rule. Eyes and head follow the hand opposite of the foot that steps. So we're coming from open and close. Again, the step back single whip, shift right, step back left, adjust the weight, which means now we have weight on both legs, push our hands out, turn and separate, eyes follow that right hand. Not forgetting to move the left hand, just like in our regular single whip. Here. All right, again, open and close. Step back, single whip. Shift right, step back left, adjust weight. Push, turn, separate, eyes follow the right hand. One more time, and then we'll add it to the top. Step back, single whip. Shift right, step back left. Push, turn and separate, eyes following that right hand. All right, adding it to our top. Brush knee, shift, left toe in, shift and reach, separate, step, turn and push, follow step, leisurely tie the coat, step back, karate chop, shift, follow step 3 fingers, zip it up, step right, shift as I offer, follow step left, step back left, shift, the right toe pops up, bring that around, shift right as I deliver that pie, follow step left to the front, step, shift and step, hands face, open and close, step back, single whip, shift right, step back left, adjust weight, push, turn, separate, eyes follow that right hand. So that's our first 4 moves of part 2. What you think?
Hard,
Yeah, it's
challenging.
beyond advanced, right? Because our advanced moves are 6, and then this is beyond that. So they just call it part 2. But when it's past advanced, you expect it to be especially challenging, and it is. It's very challenging because the moves are so dynamic. There's so many parts to them. But then in terms of our balance, you really have to have good balance to do these moves. I mean, to pivot that heel out, turn that toe around. So not only are you holding weight on one leg, but I mean, you're moving this other leg as you hold the weight. So that takes a whole nother kind of strength to even do that move. And then when we get to that repulse the monkey move, you know, you're going, they're brush knees, but you brush to the back, and then you have to configure your feet to go back to the front and then go to the left. So it takes a lot of strength, and that's why we want to have such a base in our part 1 movements so that we're nice and strong and ready to do these complicated moves. So give yourself grace whenever they kind of wear you out to do these moves. So let's do it one more time. And then we're going to go through our part 1, basic and advanced, because we do always want to end on a good note, a familiar, a feel-good place, and cool down. But as if, you know, we will jump right to part 2 next Friday, just like we did today, and work on these moves. But also revisit our basic and advanced 6. All right, so brush knee, part 2. Here we go. Shift left. Shift right. Turn that left toe in. Shift left and reach. Separate for pair. Step right. Bring this left hand and push. Follow step left. Leisurely tie the coat. Step back left. Karate chop right. Shift. Follow step 3 fingers, zip it up. Step right, shift and offer. Follow step left. Step back left, shift. Bring this pie around. Shift right as I deliver. Follow step left to the front. Step, shift, and step, and space, open and close. Step back, single whip. Shift right, step left, adjust, push, turn, separate, eyes follow the right hand. All right, back to the front for mirror image. Well, I'll just stay turned around. We've gotten used to it. Not mirror image, back turn. Part 1, basic 6, advanced 6. Here we go, and commence. Open, close. Single whip. Waving hands in clouds. Open, close. Single whip. Waving hands in clouds. Open, close. Advance 6, going to the left first with brush knee. Play the lute. Carry punch. Lock and close. Push the tiger. Open, close. Brush knee. Play the lute. Carry punch. Block and close. Push the tiger. Open, close. Let's add what we know into our part 2. Brush knee. Or what we're working on. Leisurely tie the coat. To the front. Open, close. Step back, single whip. Close it out. Look at us. Fist massage. But we don't get better at it without practice. So we'll continue to practice and talk about the pieces and parts of those part 2 movements. So I don't have the tutorial videos on part 2, but you can revisit this video as soon as I get it uploaded. Y'all have any questions? Just give yourself grace. I mean, remember the first time you did commencement. Try to remember way back then and how difficult commencement was, because it's so many pieces and parts. And now you just flow through it. So it takes time. strength, friendship, humility, and mutual respect. Namaste.
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 Y'all try to enjoy the sunshine of today and maybe tomorrow. I know we're all going to have some storms on Sunday, so stay safe. But enjoy this sun. Like it's post, like it's been so cold, and pre, it's going to be an oven. So we just get this little tiny like piece of spring, don't we?
Yes.
All right. Well, y'all know if you need me, how to get in touch with me. I hope y'all have a great weekend, and I'll see you on
Okay.
Tuesday.
All right.
Have
All
a
right.
good day.
Love
Have a
y'all.
good weekend. Love y'all.
All right. Bye-bye.
Love y'all too. Bye-bye.